Environment pollution is one of the issues of GMS country, and also you can see the economic higher priority compared with environmental protection, and natural resources have been exploited without consideration of environment impact.
I think the environmental challenges include water pollution, air pollution, and waste in urban areas, as well as the loss of biodiversity.
The economic development in the GMS region, driven by trade and investments, has made very positive impacts in terms of poverty reduction. However, this has at the same time contributed adverse impacts on the environment and also on the rights of the people. And now climate change is also adding additional risks and problems.
Over the next 10 years or so, I see that a lot of the pressures that we're experiencing now are going to become much worse. So there will be continued diversion of waterways from hydropower, there'll be continued pressures from overfishing, there will be continued conversion of landscapes for agriculture and other purposes. And that's all being driven by population growth and growing middle class. So those are some of the big challenges.
Actually, environment has no boundary. We have to be, very collaborative to address the environment challenges. So this regional collaborative platform is so important to GMS country to learn from one another, to improve our management, our preservation of the environment, natural resources, and the livelihood of the people.
The management of ecosystem of one country may affect the others. For Thailand, for example, we emphasize our biodiversity corridor initiative in the Western Forest Complex. So the wildlife that live in that complex can move along the border with Myanmar and Thailand. With Cambodia, also we have transboundary protected areas.
From the ADB perspective, really, environmental sustainability and climate change are integral components of development. Here in the GMS, there's been very impressive strides made in terms of fostering transport connectivity, energy transmission, infrastructure connectivity across the region. It's important now to look at sustaining this in terms of environmental fallouts, but also in terms of integrating climate change and environmental management issues upstream in terms of the new generation of investments that are going to be rolled out.
Major contribution by the CEP program to Myanmar, legal framework development. For instance, EI procedure and environmental quality emission guidelines, and the EI technical guidelines. And also very, very important is a capacity building, institution and human resource capacity. The information exchange, experience, and data sharing among the GMS country, it will be also very, very helpful.
Through the demonstration of biodiversity conservation corridors in the nature reserves of Sichuan-Bana, the area with the richest biodiversity in Yunnan, the CEP project has introduced international best biodiversity conservation concepts and experiences to Yunnan. The project's experiences could provide references to biodiversity conservation in the whole province and across China, as well as other Southeast Asian countries, thereby promoting cooperation and exchange between Yunnan and GMS countries on biodiversity conservation.
CP have supported Vietnam to enhance its capacity for strategic environment assessment. And actually, we have very successful SEA strategic environment assessment plan. CP has developed the monitoring and evaluation framework for payment for forest ecosystem service. And also, we work with the Ministry of Transportation on green fresh, and it has better performance for fresh and reduce the carbon emission from transport sector.
The Core Environment Program is playing a very important role in helping the GMS country to address the environment and natural resource management challenges. Core Environment Program support Cambodia in the formulation of National Environment Strategy and Action Plan 2016-2023. The program provides technical support and training to the government officials on EIA and also introducing strategic environment assessment, which is now become one of the priority for Cambodia.
We Myanmar, like other countries, the endeavoring to be in line with the Global Sustainable Development Goals. CEP is a really very key position to promote the environment conservation, including climate resilience among GMS countries.
I think Core Environment Program should stay as a platform for regional cooperation among GMS countries. Especially information sharing must be the center of excellence for the region. I see the continuation support in terms of upgrading the institutional and human resource capacity for environment protection, especially the environment impact assessment and the strategic environment assessment. And also, of course, dealing with the climate change issues in Cambodia and in neighboring GMS country.
I think CEP can continuing to offer that convening power and that space for the environment ministries to engage with each other.
So after 10 years of the program now, we realize the program has made impressive contributions and has supported the countries on a range of efforts. But now looking ahead, I think the critical challenge really is in terms of mobilizing financing, developing a concrete pipeline of projects, specifically to address climate change commitments that the countries have, but also to try and look at the Sustainable Development Goal commitments. So I think the role of the program as a project preparation facility, as a business development unit, would be an extremely important one.